Good evening, Jay. Good evening, everyone. Welcome to Leaders in Action, Season 3, Episode 5. Ang bilis talaga ng panahon, Jay. We are now into the second month of the year. And tonight, we will talk about developing MDRTs and how these top performers successfully navigate their way through the many twists and turns presented by the pandemic. They are not immune from the disruptions, but it will be interesting and worthwhile to hear valuable insights how they are able to keep their heads above the raging waters of uncertainty. We are very fortunate to have with us someone who has been an MDRT practically all the years he has been in the industry, and now, as a leader, has been developing MDRTs. But more importantly, notwithstanding her glowing success, she has remained grounded and humble, hence is such a great inspiration to many.
Gongsi Fat Chai, Mr. IB. Happy Chinese New Year to everyone, especially to our dear Chinese friends all over the country and all over the world. Tama ka, Mr. IB. We are so excited because we have tonight our first guest in this year of the tiger, a wonderful lady and a great leader who thrive under different tough circumstances, each time elevating not only her performance, but also those of the people under her care. For those of us who know her, alam natin that she is not as ferocious and scary as a tiger, pero mahihiya ang mga tigre sa kanyang determination, courage, and willpower. I am so sure that after this episode, our audience will be more inspired to be their very best. But before we call her in, we would like to thank again our two special guests last week, Mr. Mac Arbis, Vice President, and Ms. Gina Rose Sanchez, President of ASPLI, or the Association of Service Professionals in Life Insurance. Both shared their insights and programs to delight the customers and to provide support to the agency force. It gives much confidence to hear about the determined efforts of our home office people represented by the service professionals in constantly uplifting the quality of service provided to our policyholders. Again, on behalf of distribution, we would like to extend our appreciation to ASPLI and to all our partners at the head office. You can still watch the interview with our ASPLI officers on our Facebook page and YouTube channel.
And we echo as well the assurance of ASPLI officers to the sales force that they can rely on the service professionals to be solid partners in providing protection to more Filipinos. We also highlight what they said about having an open line of communication. They encourage distribution to provide feedback so the service staff can act swiftly on any emerging issues and opportunities from the field. So punta na tayo sa topic for tonight. We will talk about building an MDRT culture. Since 1927, MDRT has grown to be known as the Association of Financial Services Professionals, whose members serve their clients with the highest level of knowledge, ethics, and productivity. Kaya naman, the MDRT designation is pursued by many in the industry. Kasi nga, MDRT is the brand for professionalism and quality of service. So tonight, we will hear how it is to be an MDRT, and equally important, how to build an MDRT mindset and culture in a team.
In addition to that, Mr. IB, we will also take a closer look into how the MDRTs responded to the pandemic's challenges in different ways. Kasi meron tayong mga narinig na some MDRTs also had difficulty coping up with the challenges. But there are also those who are able to continue their high level of performance. Ano kaya, no, what could be that key difference between these two groups of MDRTs. Paano kaya nila nalabanan lahat ng mga pagsubok na dumaan sa kanila, and how they are able to maintain their poise, confidence, and level of excellence. And to shed some light on that, we are very pleased to have tonight somebody who we can say is an epitome of professionalism and quality service. Mr. Ivy, ano siya, no? She is a constant. Kalmado, very pleasant, no, and always positive in her outlook. She always has the best interest and the welfare of her clients and of her team members at heart, regardless of the many challenges, changes, and disruptions, not only during these past 2 years, but throughout her career, she remains rock solid. So, ladies and gentlemen, it is my privilege to introduce to you our special guest tonight, 25-time MDRT, 9 of which is a COT and 1 as TOT, has produced from her unit alone. Mr. Ivy, hindi ito agency, no? Unit pa lang ay nakaproduce na siya ng 17 MDRTs, a multi-awarded agency leader. Ladies and gentlemen, please help me welcome AIA Philippines. Oy, nandiyan na siya. AIA Philippines, no? Associate of the Year, Unit Category, Senior Unit Manager, Nina S. Añover. Hello, Nina, you're there.
Hello, good morning. Napaaga. Excited kasi.
Excited ka. Excited na rin kasi kami. No, thank you very much again, Nina, for accepting our invitation. Welcome to Leaders in Action.
Thank you. It's an honor to be here. Before anything else, I'd like to greet everyone. Happy New Year. January pa rin, February pa lang naman ngayon. So, New Year pa rin, and today is the Lunar New Year. So,
yes.
Happy New Year, everyone. Again, thank you for inviting me to be here with you.
We hope you are doing very well. It has been quite some time since we last saw you, no? So hope, Nina, that all is very well with you and your family and your group.
Yes, so COVID graduates na kami.
Same here.
Yeah, di ba?
May mark ka na, may mark na of success
Mesil,
over.
Mesil na kami, Mr. Ivy, Mesil.
So we will start the conversation. Alam mo, Nina, based on our experience, sa pag-uusap, ang bilis talaga ng oras. So for the benefit of our audience from the different companies, please share muna something about yourself, your life prior to joining the industry, your journey as an advisor and now as a leader, and of course, no, your major and recent achievements.
Okay, sige. So I'm a proud Tomasino. I took up BS Economics in USD. And right after college, I worked as a research associate in the Center for Research and Communications. It's now called University of Asia and the Pacific. After that, I went to the family business and worked in helping my mother wholesale of fruits. So negosyante na ako as early as doon time na yun, 10 years. And then after 10 years, I joined Film Life, today AIA Philippines, in 1995. So I started when I was 13 years old. This is my 7th year. In April, 27 years old na po ako sa AIA.
26?
28, yan ang age ko.
All right.
27, so ano ka lang nun?
Bata pa si Nina. Talaga naman.
Oo. Wag na lang kayo kumontra kasi yun yung mental age ko tsaka emotional age ko. So, as I was saying, I was a financial advisor since 1995, and I've seen how the industry has changed. No, it was only 5 years ago when I decided to become a leader as a unit manager. Medyo matagal ako before nag-decide because I wanted to make sure that I was making the right decision and I was ready for the call. For me, I always look at it as a mission. Hindi pwedeng, hindi pa ako sure, trial and error muna, kasi there are people involved. And I have to make sure, pag umuo ako, gagawin ko talaga.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yan.
So-
And yeah, sorry.
And again, you have so far an outstanding career. Why don't you share a few of them? Wag na marami kasi maubos yung programa natin. Just what you believe is something that you can really be very proud of.
Yes. As mentioned earlier, last year was my 25th year as MDRT. And this career has been so good to me. It has changed me in so many ways. And that's the reason why I decided I'd like to be a force for good for other people. Yun lang yung reason ko ba't ako nag-leader. Gusto ko ma-experience yung good life that I have experienced. I've traveled to many places, have received recognition from the company here and abroad. That really made me a better person. As far as that's on the side of being a financial advisor. As on the side of being a leader, for the 5 years that we've been the team as a, by the way, the name of the team is North Star. So
North Star.
Yes, sabi ko North Star kasi that's the guiding star, di ba? Pag nawawala ka, hanapin mo lang yun, balik ka na naman, of course.
Yeah, very nice.
Actually, nag-start yun sa Nina Solomon, NS. I was thinking, ano ba yung NS? Sabi ko, North Star. Bagay sa Star Bright, which is the name of the agency. Yes, so since we became a unit, there were, out of the 3 years now, we've been always the Associate of the Year. Last year, we were also the Associate of the Year. And this is something that I am so, please allow me to be proud of it, because it's not just me, it's the team, the North Star team, working together. That in spite of the pandemic, we were able to achieve a lot of good where we are, just doing what we should be doing.
Congratulations. Congratulations,
Thank
Nina,
you.
again, from such a very inspirational journey. You've been a long MDRT, and MDRTs are considered the elite in the industry. But I'm sure you and the rest of the MDRT core also felt the impact of the pandemic. No? So what were, in your sense, what were the major challenges that MDRTs faced during the last 2 years?
Actually, last year was a little bit better than 2020. Kasi na-practice na we knew na ano yung problema noong 2020. Noong 2020, nagkagulatan talaga lahat. And just like anybody in the business, the biggest fear of any MDRT was really, what's next? Paano yung calling? Paano magbibenta? Because definitely it wouldn't be the same anymore. But what really worked was the way that the insurance industry has adapted to the need, which is the digitalization. Kasi kung wala yun, patay talaga. And what would be so sad is at the time that we are most needed, we are not there. Oo. Kaya yung challenge na yun, for me kasi lagi kong iniisip, hindi siya challenge. Kasi kita ko lang di ba in any, sa tagal na natin, Boss Ivy and Jay, madami na nating pinagdaanan na mga ups and downs.
Yeah.
Pero laging may good and bad. What this pandemic brought about was really the goodness in everyone to do something good for the Filipino people. And that is to take care of them when they most need it. So, yun. I guess yung challenge ang dali lang yun. Especially for the MDRTs who are clear on what they want to achieve in life, in this career. It did not take long for them to get over the hump and start all over again.
So you sense that they were a lot faster than the others in adjusting to that situation. And what made that? What's inside them that made them adapt to the situation rather quickly?
I guess it starts with the
mission.
Yes, because MDRT, we know that this is the benchmark of excellence, right?
Yeah.
Before you can claim to be an MDRT, there must be a deeper reason why you're doing it and why you want to be an MDRT. hindi kaya madaling lumabas at makipag-usap sa tao. Kung hindi klaro kung anong gusto mo gawin para dun sa tao na yun. So an MDRT cannot be an MDRT if in his heart the mission is not clear, which is to save lives in the way that we can do. Yun. So yun. For me, yun yung biggest difference doon. Kung kaya madaling naka-adjust yung mga MDRTs. Klaro sila doon sa role nila dito sa mundong ito.
I think that's a very important point to highlight. No? You have to have a very clear mission, and that will trigger action, especially when you're against something that is preventing you from moving forward. Thank you, Nina. Jay?
Yeah, very early on, no, na distinguish na natin kagad, no, through the sharing of Nina, what made the difference between those who thrive and those who failed, no? Medyo talaga nahirapan mag-cope up noong 2020 and 2021 among our MDRTs. Nina, at this point, I want to go specific to your unit, no? Can you share with us what is it in your team culture that help your MDRTs sustain their performance even during, no, the crisis? And as a leader, as their leader, what is it? Did you do something different in order to help them adjust to the challenges?
Can I share yung acronym ng MDRT? Kasi ito yung tingin ko what worked for the team.
Okay. Yeah.
You're asking me about the team, no?
Yeah, the team, yes.
Okay, so M is for the mission. Mission-driven.
Yeah.
As I said earlier, klaro yung reason why we are here. And this is to really save lives. Mission-driven. And then D is for discipline. Pwedeng mission-driven pero hindi willing to put system into their lives, no? Wala pa rin yun kasi hindi willing mag-put ng structure din sa buhay. And that's in the form of discipline. And then next is resilience. So, you know, the one thing that I love about this team is it's I guess it's true to all other teams, hindi lang sa North Star. But syempre, ang nakikita ko yung grupo ko, no, is kahit na nahihirapan, talagang laban pa rin, no? Laban pa rin kasi hindi pwedeng bumigay. Dahil pag bumigay, may mawawala. May mawawalang gusto nating mangyari sa buhay natin. May mawawalang meaning ng buhay namin as financial advisors. And then lastly, teamwork. You know, I started another group, no? It's MDRT buddies. Hindi na mentoring because I'd like to see it more of buddies sila, partner, helping each other. And that is really something that's helping me a lot because hindi lang ako yung tumutulong sa bawat isa. They are helping each other. And I guess it is also the culture of the MDRTs. Lahat ng MDRTs, sa tagal ko nito, lalo na nung bago ako, I remember, kahit sinong MDRT, lapitan mo lang, mag-share ka agad yan.
Yeah.
Tutulong ka agad yan because they want the tribe to grow. No? Parang mas marami, mas mabuti. So, yun yung nakikita ko na mga qualities for a team to keep that kind of culture of excellence and have that high MDRT goal or ideal. As far as what I needed to do for the team, actually, tinuloy-tuloy ko lang rin naman yung ginagawa ko before. Siguro ang nadagdag lang doon was really more attention to performance coaching. This is a skill that all leaders were taught last year. That really helped me a lot. Kasi sa performance coaching is not just coaching.
Yeah.
It has a system. It is a science. May structure talaga siya in such a way na yung pag nag-uusap kami ng agent, ng advisor, yung solution hindi nanggagaling sa akin, sa kanya. Kaya may buy-in. Hindi ko siya kailangan diktahan kasi di ba, let's face it, by nature, ayaw natin ang dinidiktahan tayo.
Yes.
Gusto natin may ownership. Ako yung nag-isip, ako yung gagawa. Kaya walang pilitan. That really helped me a lot. In many ways, kasi hindi lang system yung pinag-uusapan, kasama rin yung emotions. So yung performance coaching, natatap na rin pati doon yung counseling if needed.
Yeah.
Yeah. What else? What else? Availability. Different strokes for different folks. Some advisors, some high level, ano ba, paano ko ba, yung medyo talagang sobrang tenured na, merong iba na, let me be lang, I'll run to you when I need you. Meron naman yung iba, gusto nila high touch talaga, konting na, magre-report ka agad, ibenta akong ganito, may ganyan na, anong problema dito. So, I cannot force myself to people na hindi yun yung style nila. But I tell them, so you tell me how I can help. I ask them, you tell me how I can help you para maliwanag yung style na nagagamitan namin for each other.
Nina, since halos lahat nasa digital platform, how challenging was it to have that kind of personalized approach sa bawat ahente?
Nung una mahirap, kasi parang hindi mo mahawakan. Hindi mo na matap sa shoulder, no? Pag umiiyak na, hindi mo maabutan ng hanky, no? But he got used to it. For me, parang nararamdaman ko yung agent din. And I think the agent also feels, pag nag-uusap kayo ng, like right now, I'm looking at that button on the left, just to make sure that I'm looking at you. I'm hoping that I'm looking at you. Kasi kung hindi pwede yung personal, wala tayong magagawa. But
Yes.
that shouldn't stop us from being in front of somebody that we want to connect with. And when there are opportunities, like there was a time, diba, they were quite lenient now on going out. I made sure that I would gather them, like my birthday or my celebration ng Christmas party. We were lucky because we were able to celebrate the Christmas party with a mask on. We had some games, and that was something that I'm sure everyone will remember, lalo na kung nahihirapan. Creating memories can still be possible in spite of the limitations.
Nina, since we're in the topic of digital platform, paano naka-adjust yung iyong mga more tenured advisors? Paano mo sila in-assist na maka-adjust dito sa ating digital platform? Kasi halos lahat yata ngayon, no? Digital na sa insurance.
Oo. Medyo naging challenging yung umpisa, but not that challenging because even before the pandemic happened, the company was already doing IPOS or we were using the iPad. Kaya hindi ganun masyadong nahirapan. In fact, it was a blessing for us because with the pandemic, they made it better pa. So, yung dati mas challenge kami, ngayon mas mabilis na talaga.
So is it safe to assume, Nina, that because of technology, it even boosted their productivity?
Yes, actually, that's the truth. It's a big plus. So can you imagine dati, like I know of an agent nakaka-6 calls siya a day. 6 presentations a day. Wala, nandiyan lang siya sa harap, take a break and then go to the next. Unlike before, may traffic, may parking.
Yes.
Oo, ang hirap. Ngayon andito na, kaya nga wala nang excuses ngayon eh. Pag yung agent, walang benta.
Wala talaga.
Dapat na mag-usap yung manager at yung agent. May problema siguro siya na hindi pa napag-uusapan.
Hindi yung technology, hindi yung mode of selling ang problema.
Oo. Totoo yan.
Yes, and again, balik ako dun sa MDRT mo, ang ganda kasi if you were very clear with your mission, 'di ba? At meron kang disiplina, and you are resilient enough and you have the support of everybody in the team, talagang there is no reason why magiging extra challenging yung trabaho ng mga advisors natin. So thank you for that MDRT acronym. Magandang tandaan. Bilis tandaan pero parang na-capture niya talaga kung paano mas magiging maka-cope up talaga ngayong crisis na ito. Thanks, Nina.
Nina, obviously, from the very start, you embraced MDRT, no? On your first full year, you already became an MDRT. Paano ba nangyari yon? Was that your own initiative or your leader convinced you and explained to you the value of being an MDRT?
I came in April, and then at that time kasi, 1995, hindi pa masyado pang maingay yung MDRT. But it so happened that my manager at the time was an MDRT na for many years. So toward the mid part of the year, sabi, hindi na mag-MDRT na sabi, paano yan? Parang $1 million round table ni King Arthur. Hindi ko kasi siya masyadong maintindihan. So I ended the year not doing MDRT. I was so short of konting-konti na lang. Parang mga 100,000 FYP na lang MDRT. Pero hindi ko rin siya ginawa because wala akong buy-in. Parang sinabi, this is an elite group, ganun lang. Hindi ko masyadong naintindihan pa siya. The following year, naintindihan ka na. Kaya on my first full year, I made sure MDRT na ako nung, yung first full year ko na yun. Because naintindihan ko na siya. I guess it's really important that the manager should explain or communicate it really well dun sa advisor. Anong ibig sabihin ng MDRT? It's not just a title, it's not just a recognition, but there's more to it. Kasi pag nakuha na yun ng agent, di mo na kailangang pupukin yan eh. Siya mismo yung gagalaw kasi naintindihan niya. May buy-in siya. Kaya pag bumibigay yung agent, hindi dapat sinisisi yung agent, kundi dapat tanongin ng manager, saan ako nagkulang? Bakit hindi niya nagigets? So, siguro it's in the manner that I communicated it to the agent, kulang siguro. Kasi the moment na sinabi natin na yung agent ang may problema, o siya yung may kasalanan, wala nang solusyon yung problema. Diba? Excuse na lang yun ng manager eh.
Pasa na eh. Pasa.
Question.
You mentioned a very important word, naintindihan mo. In other words, if you recall at that time, when you said naintindihan mo MDRT, what does that exactly mean to you as an advisor at the time?
Naintindihan ko na for every person na nai-insure ko, I am securing a family. I am responsible to the kids of this breadwinner. I am responsible to making sure na yung wife hindi siya magiging kawawa pag may nangyari dito sa husband niya. So that really created a strong impact on me because I'm a widow. So yung unang marriage ko, we didn't have kids. Yung value ng, sabi ko, pag nakikita ko may mga bata, tapos hindi kumukuha ng insurance yung tatay, nanggigigil talaga ako. Hindi ko yung titigilan, hindi siya kumukuha. Because I would always say, if this were my kids, I will make sure they'll be so secure, they'll be fine, they'll get the education that they deserve. So, ganun ako ka-passionate dun sa real importance ng life insurance. Kung gaano siya kaganda. Ano ko ba i-describe to? Sobra akong, nabudol-budol ng ganda ng life insurance. Oo, bilib na bilib ako. Kasi sabi ko, meron pa lang ganun. Konti lang bibigay mo. Pero lahat magtutulong-tulong para alagaan yung pamilya mo. I cannot think of any other investment that can do that. Yeah.
I think, very clearly in what you're saying and even the way you're saying it, that talagang you got it. What is the real essence of life insurance now? And I assume that because of MDRT is parang really explaining to advisors and its members the real value. Yun yung sinasabi na nakatulong na naintindihan mo. Now, when you were an MDRT na, did you feel any change in how you feel and how you parang in terms of confidence level MDRT ka na pero bang gano'n no parang wala lang, it's just a title but it doesn't mean anything?
Hindi meron, malaking factor yung nakadikit na MDRT sa name ko because it means you got it. you got it. You're a missionary na. Nag-gets mo na yung what you're doing.
Mission.
Oo. Tapos, hindi ka naman magiging MDRT din kung hindi ka competent.
Yeah.
So when you're competent, you become confident. Like, that's really important. No? In sales, whether insurance man o ano pa, pag confident ka in front of the client, and you can be confident only when you know exactly what you're talking about. And you know that you're solving a problem of this person in front of you. And that you're doing this person a big favor. So, being an MDRT on my first year, sobrang ang taas agad ng level of confidence.
Confidence mo.
Oo, kasi sabi ko, okay, nagawa ko once, pero kailangan ulitin ko to na ulitin kasi tamba lang pag isang beses lang. Oo, yun.
So again, of course, sa mga cars nakalagay MDRT, so it's a constant reminder of your mission, constant reminder of your competence and confidence. Saka the consistency should follow. Now, from the perspective of the client, naintindihan ba nila yung MDRT ng kanilang advisor, or you have to explain to them what that designation actually means and how it will help them?
Nung una, di ba, we would have newsprint, newspaper print, and then MDRT. I would have clients who would call me, Nina, what's this? Or actually, nung bago ako, I would photocopy. At that time, photocopy pa yung ginagawa. That portion where my name is. Tapos, lalagyan ko ng note. As in, isa-isang sinusulatan ko. Thank you very much for making this. I share this with you. And then, syempre, tatawag, kukwento ko, ano ba yan, Nina? That's the opportunity I take to explain to them anong ibig sabihin ng MDRT. And guess what? They become my allies. I have clients who would tell me, Nina, ilan pang kulang mo for MDRT? Seriously. Oo. Kahit itong 2021. Yeah. Kahit last year, may nagtanong sa akin, okay ka na? Okay ka na sa MDRT? Kasi gusto nila yung agent nila MDRT.
You're also proud of the achievement of advisor. Now, you're now a leader, no? But at the same time, multiple MDRT. How does being an MDRT help you in recruiting high potential recruits?
It's a big plus when the leader is an MDRT. Kasi there's a credibility, no? Like when you ask them to become MDRT, hindi ka pwedeng questionin na, ba't ikaw hindi ka MDRT?
Yeah.
However, I know of quite a number, a lot of leaders who are not MDRTs. But they have a team na high performing.
Yeah.
So it doesn't follow really na kailangan, for me, that's how I see it.
Yeah.
Hindi kailangan mag-MDRT for you to have to manage, to be a leader of a high performing team. Because the leader can be an MDRT leader. Quality of an MDRT as a leader. So, yun. Plus siya, but not necessary.
Not all. I totally agree. In other words, there are a number of ways to get to that destination. Thanks, Nina. Jay?
Yeah. Nina, ngayon naman, let's talk about how to build and promote na the MDRT culture. Nina, if we say a team has an MDRT culture, what does it really mean? Enough ba yung meron ako mga MDRT materials plastered all over the walls of the office? Meron ako malaking board, no, kung saan ang picture ng aking mga MDRTs. Number 1 sila sa lahat ng aking mga recognition programs. Or is MDRT culture all about having the values and the right behaviors displayed prominently by the people in the team? What exactly is an MDRT culture for you?
For me, which I see in my agency, is the culture of excellence in everything we do. Example, meetings.
Okay.
Meetings coming on time. Punctuality is a kasi paano mo ba malalaman kung may culture of excellence itong taong ito o itong grupo na to? One manifestation is that Simple lang to. Pero even before the pandemic, we would always start our meetings on time.
Yeah.
Nung una, maraming nalilate. Tapos nakita nila, okay, nag-start pag sila ng 2 o'clock, 2 o'clock talaga yan. Kahit 3 lang yung nandyan. And then later, alam na nila talaga. And in that, yung mga ganun, dapat consistent yung leaders. Kasi pag yung leaders, after some time, bumigay kasi, ay, wala pang tao, extend tayo, kahit 5 minutes yan, late pa rin yan. Kahit 2 minutes yan, late pa rin yan. When the advisors see that the leaders are firm on keeping the values intact, no matter what, they will follow. So the MDRT culture is really the culture of excellence in every way. So that's punctuality. Another thing is when we have trainings or meetings, we make sure na talagang pinaghandaan. Hindi pwedeng tsamba lang or we wing it. No? Talagang niikot yung tiyan namin, kami na leaders, making sure na every minute na nandun yung agent, hindi na uubos yung oras niya. Lalo na nitong pandemic kasi ang hirap silang paupuin dyan ng 2 hours for a training. Tapos kung hindi naman nila mapipick up yung good things, no? New learnings, the next meeting hindi mo na yung mapapatin.
Yeah.
So we make sure that we provide them with excellence in the meetings and the trainings. Another thing is it's not just about the agents then, it's also about the support that everyone gives in the team. And when I say support, that's in the form of systems, the methods that are used in the structure of the agency. Like when they have problems na pagdating sa underwriting, they know where to go. Hindi yung nangangapa. Actually, we have this Star Bright Forum. It's a chat group where everyone is a member. So kahit sinong may question doon, pwede mag-post and somebody will definitely pick it up and answer. Ilang taon na yung nandun. Kaya yung kahit yung mga bagong pasok na advisor, mag-scroll back lang sila. Baka makita nila yung sagot sa mga tanong nila. So systems, excellence in everything we do, in the habit forming.
Yeah, habit.
What else? Excellence in the way we take care of each other. Yung concern for each other. I will not last in this business na ganito katagal kung hindi ko nakikita yung culture ng nagtutulungan. Kasi hindi ka naman mauubusan ng kliyente dito sa totoo lang.
Yeah.
Diba? It's pointless to be selfish in making sure ikaw yung nasa top, iba bala na sila. No, it's a culture where everyone would like to see each one grow.
Yeah.
Because when we see everyone growing, that means a lot of people are being helped. So thinking as one, as a team.
Okay.
Oo. What else? Yun palang naisip ko mamaya pag may
Pero definitely, what you provided, what you shared with us, only proves na talagang ang MDRT culture is much, much more beyond the materials, the posters, the tarpaulins, okay? But it's really more of yung sabi mo nga, the culture of excellence, the way you do things, dapat consistent, talagang may discipline, and you're always thinking about everybody, in the team, and I think yun yung talagang pag nag-prevail sa grupo, nag-prevail sa team, that what makes the culture.
Meron ako pala isa, naalala ko na, very important. The spirit of service.
Okay.
To our clients. Ano ba yung nun? Ano yung proof nun? High persistency.
Yeah, okay.
Diba? Kasi we have to think of ways, how do you measure excellence? Dali naman sabihin na service. So paano mo malalaman kung good service yung ginagawa? Dapat mataas yung persistency.
Yeah. That's
Oo.
also a indication that you're doing your mission. Kasi kahit nabentahan mo siya, hindi naman nag-persist yung policy. Hindi mo pa rin nagawa yung mission mo, no? So tama ka, no? Yung spirit of service, which is somehow measured, no, by persistency, is also part of the culture of excellence, no? A part of the culture of MDRT.
Yes.
Yeah, thank you for that, Mina. Sir IB.
Nina, obviously you're very successful together with your team to build a culture of excellence, no, or the MDRT culture. And I'm sure that a lot of leaders will want to have something like that. So siguro ang tanong, paano mo inumpisahan na to? What was the first thing that you did to start such a culture?
Okay. Sa interview pa lang. So we invite everyone to attend the career orientation. And then after done, yung interesado will be interviewed by me. Right on the very first meeting, nakapasok na kagad yung MDRT culture. I already explained ano yung MDRT, why everybody gung-ho on being MDRT, which is the dream of all financial advisors. But this time, it's coming from making sure na yung from the start, mission kagad.
Mission.
Oo, kasi pag, lalo na ngayon yung mga bata ngayon, alam mo pag nag-i-interview ako ng mga batang recruits ngayon, klaro sila about making a difference in the lives of others. Which is really, I guess it's true sa lahat ng managers, pag may na-interview kayo, di ba? Yung itong millennial age na to, they want to have a life of purpose.
Yeah.
Oo. So, yun yung I harp on it. I make it bigger to make the dream of becoming MDRT bigger. But this time, it's more, it's not coming from being recognized lang talaga. Kundi you're doing the purpose of your life.
And consequence na lang yung the rewards and ganyan. Parang you have to start with something na talagang core, and to you, that's the, mission, the purpose of in the business.
Yes. And then how do we sustain it?
Yeah, paano?
Okay, I have to confess na hindi naman lahat talagang nagtuloy-tuloy mag-MDRT. No?
Yes.
So, when that happens, sometimes, minsan, inisip ko, ano bang problema? Ako ba o yung agent? Ang sagot ko, ako. Ako yung may problema kasi mukhang wala siyang buy-in.
Okay.
So, I have to find out
May kulang siyang, hindi pa rin siya naiintindihan.
Yes, paano niya makikita yung nakikita ko?
Oo, correct. Oo.
Ako yung may kulang, hindi siya.
I just want to highlight that perspective, no? Parang it's hard. It's good that you are emphasizing that. Na minsan kasi pag merong issue, it's the other person's fault, no? What you're saying is that before you go to that, you have to first examine, is there something that I am not able to do as a leader to make it crystal clear to that person so he gets what I want him to get?
Yes. Yes. Because the moment that we throw the fault on the advisor, that's the end of the story.
Yeah.
Wala lang solusyon sa problema.
Wala na. Kasi bilitaw ka na, parang ganyan, as a leader. Pero may papansin ako, of course, alam naman natin to, no? While we see the value and the good thing about being an MDRT, no? Why do you think that many advisors are afraid of going to that direction? Ano kaya sa palagay mo? Is it confidence? Is it, sabi mo nga, clarity? What do you think is the problem?
I guess, this is MDRT is the dream of everyone. Pag nag-financial advisor yan, definitely, kasama yan doon sa goal nila. Hindi yun kasama sa goal nila. Walang yung paliwanag ng manager. Yes. So yung question of how come natatakot sila mag-MDRT? I guess it's both. I guess it's they're afraid of the discipline to do it. You know, how to get there. Parang
Yeah.
they're not willing to bite the bullet or do
Yeah.
everything
Yeah.
to make it happen.
Mm.
Yun, kasi it's not enough that you want it.
Yeah. You have to do
You know
something.
naman, yes, and it's not easy. I mean, you know, I'll be, like when I interview yung incoming recruits, the
Yeah.
first thing I tell them, you know, I have to burst your bubble. This is not an easy career. It's a simple job. It's a simple career because we just talk to people, we tell them what we know, we help them in their financials. But is it easy? No.
No.
Definitely not easy, especially when you get rejections one after another. But when you're clear about your objective, which is to have this person in front of you, and you really, really believe in the product that you have, hindi ka bibigay eh. Oo, kaya yung natatakot mag-MDRT, siguro ano lang, kailangan lang talagang maintindihan palalo. Sumama na lang sila dun sa mga MDRT. Kasi rub elbows, nakakatawa yan. Talk to your manager.
Yung body system na ginagawa mo.
Yeah, oo, correct. That's a big help. Kung minsan kasi it's between two advisors, no? Hindi yung manager at saka advisor. Kasi feeling lagi ng advisor, boss ko to.
Yes.
Pero kung magka-level kayo,
pwede. Medyo magandang usapan. Mas honest.
Yes.
In your effort to build that culture, meron ka bang na face na hurdle o parang resistance from any of your people o naging suwabe dahil malinaw ang direksyon at ang pagpapaliwanag sa kanila?
Yung culture that we have in the agency, when somebody comes in kasi, right from the start, we tell them what's the mission, vision, and core values. Syempre, it's very parang ganun lang, no? But it always starts with something, no? Simple things like making sure na memorize nila yung right mission, vision, and core values. And then we recite it together every meeting to the point na, pag binabasa niya to, unti-unti hindi niya napapansin, it gets into her heart na. Yes, oo. Na-internalize na siya. So it starts with that. I don't know kung, sa akin malaking factor yun. Yung we start with a prayer, all meetings, prayer. Start by mission, vision, and core values. And then, yun, diretso talaga. Kasi di ba ganun yun, pagka paulit-ulit sa buhay mo.
Repetition.
Yes, it becomes a part of you already.
Part of you, second nature.
Oo. Of course, hindi naman lahat na-invite kagad yung culture, no, right away. But osmosis pa rin yan eh. When you get to talk to these people, often you're with them, often. What's important is the advisor is part of the team. So when as leaders, when we see that this advisor is not part of the team, then we start asking again ourselves, what's wrong? Is there something that I should do for this advisor to feel that he is part of the team?
Thank you. Kita sa yung self-introspection yung parang always, what is it as a leader that I might still be missing to help this person? Again, I just want to point that out kasi that's very important. No? Jay?
Yeah, ito na, Nina, I am into my last question already. Ganyang kabilis ang ating naging kwentuhan. Patapos na tayo. No? So, for my last question for tonight, we said earlier that iba-iba yung approach ng mga leaders when it comes to MDRT. No? Some believe that being an MDRT leader is important, while the others believe na they can just support it, but not really necessary to become a leader, in order to encourage their advisors to be one. But in your case, Nina, klarong-klaro na talagang year 1 ng iyong pagiging advisor at hanggat ikaw ay naging agency leader, ang paniniwala mo sa purpose ng MDRT ay talagang napakatindi. No? Now, my question, hindi biro maging MDRT for 25 years. Okay? And maintaining it even at the time when you were already an agency leader. So my question, Nina, paano mo na-manage yun? Napagsabayin yung MDRT qualification at the same time, no, taking care and producing an award-winning team, no? Hindi kasi madali yun eh. But can you please share with us so that marami nakikinig sa atin ng mga leaders, no, and can get, no, some more inspiration from you?
There is an advantage to being in the industry for 27 years. I have hundreds of clients, and I guess they are happy clients because when I talk to them, when I call them, minsan they call you, Anita, meron kayong bagong product ngayon. I'm not kidding ha, hindi na ako kumukuha ng
Hindi ka na naman prospect, sila nang tumatawag sa'yo.
Oo. Tapos sila yung nagre-refer, sila yung tumatawag. So to do MDRT is easier when you're in the industry for a long time. And you have a client base, a solid client base who are your advocates.
And you did a good service, ha? Hindi lang basta matagal ka,
Yes.
pero hindi naman maganda yung naging service mo.
Oo, kasi malalove ka nila.
Yeah.
Parang lang yan, happy wife, happy life. So, happy clients, happy MDRT life.
Advisors.
Oo, di ba? Tapos, so I also had to put structure in my selling. So the first 2 weeks has to be really for the agents, no? Yung mga early bird ka lang, meron na production. Tapos yung 3rd and 4th week, that's when I start to set appointments. Minsan yun yung style ko. Minsan naman, I would devote a particular day in a week na MDRT day ko yun. Or selling day.
Day mo.
Walang agency, walang lead, wala akong gagawin sa agents ko muna. Basta day ko yun, so I make sure na yung day na yun, meron akong 4 presentations or 3 presentations. Kasi alam ko, once a week lang yun.
Okay.
Yun. Tapos, happy clients.
So balik tayo doon, no? Sa happy clients, happy advisors, no? At sabi mo nga, walang pinakaiba sa pag-manage mo ng mga tao mo. Systems should still be there, no? Nag-impose ka ng sistema at ng discipline sa sarili mo so that you will have really, no, the time devoted for your selling, no? At syempre, meron kang time for your management, no? So I think yun yung balancing act. Oh yes, Nina.
Can I say something? Yung clients ko as a financial advisor, yung clients ko. So ngayon, ang clients ko, yung advisors ko.
Yung advisors mo.
Na kailangan, I have to make them happy. I have to give my best. My best may not be good enough for them. I mean, it's not always the best for them also, but they cannot question my intentions.
Yeah.
Because I'm not perfect. Nobody's perfect. No? But really, when you have the right intentions in your heart, kahit magkamali ka, alam nila na hindi mo yun gusto.
Yeah, it's true. Yeah. Thanks, Nina.
Yeah.
Nina, last question kasi tapos na eh. Tapos na tayo eh. First of all, again, ulitin namin congratulations to you and to your team, no, for your consistent top-notch performance. Ang last question ko is that you continue to have an outstanding career and have been recognized consistently locally and internationally, no? My question is, what keeps you grounded and humble and still the same pleasant, generous, and positive person we have known you all these years?
I always look at my work as my prayer. I cannot not mention this talaga kasi that's how I look at my work. This is my mission in life. And I am just so blessed na nakita ko kung where I should be. And I believe for anyone, once you have found where you should be, where you're meant to be, you cannot not be successful. So I have a quote that I really love, bloom where you are planted. So for me, dito ako nilagay, and I should bloom here. Kasi dito ako nilagay ni God. And if I don't do my best in every way I can, then I am shortchanging my Creator. So, and whatever recognition or awards na natatanggap, iisip ko lang lagi, hindi naman mapupunta sa akin yung pinibinigay sa akin. Ibig sabihin, God allowed it
Yeah.
for a reason. And then I think, what's the reason? Siguro so that more people will be influenced to do good also where they are. I always sabi mo nga, boss, lagi ko iniisip, pag may nangyayari hindi maganda o maganda sa buhay ko, iniisip ko, bakit? What is it that God is asking me to do or to realize? And I always see something good behind everything.
Again, maraming salamat. I really hope that all the things that you have shared with us will be etched in the minds and hearts of our audience. No? And Nina, may your drive continue to increase. No? And again, maraming salamat and our best regards to your team.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you, Nina, for this conversation. Thank you for joining us tonight and for generously sharing with us the significance and the how-tos of building an MDRT culture. Very quickly, my 3 key takeaways from your sharing. Number 1, culture starts with the leader. The leader should understand and believe in the purpose of MDRT in this case. No? And not only that, should really extend or exert effort to explain it properly to his or her people para magkaroon ng buy-in. Second, building the culture is both values and systemic driven. As you have shared, once that you have found the right values and the right behaviors and you have identified them and have established, it wasn't enough. There has to be a system that should support and sustain it. And number 3, na-pick up ko that MDRT is not really the destination. It is a part of the journey. It is who you are. It is what you do. It is the sum total of the values, of the behaviors, and of the systems working as one. Yun lang, nilabel lang natin siya as MDRT. So thank you again, Nina, and all the best to you and your team.
Maraming salamat. God bless.
Maybe for the leaders, just a reminder that you have tremendous responsibilities, and on top of that list is really the development of your people to reach their full potential. And the MDRT way can be a good way to making that happen. And as we've heard, the MDRT culture is about excellence. It's about doing what really the mission is all about. And that prepares everyone in the team. And whenever there is a disruption, there is always the team's capability to bounce back, adjust, and seize the opportunities and proceed with more vigor towards the mission. All the best, Nina, and to your team this 2022.
And of course, yes, and of course, thank you everyone for joining us in another productive Thursday evening. I'm sure napakarami nyong na-pick up na mga takeaways also from the sharing of Nina. Alam kong inspired na naman kayo to do your best. Sana lang ay i-apply natin at gawin natin kagad lahat ng mga natutunan natin ngayong gabi. You can watch again this interview with Nina on our Facebook page and YouTube channel. Mr. IB, the past episodes allowed us to hear how our agency people and how our management share the difficulties, the challenges, as well as the opportunities, and how they were able to support each other. Agency on one side and management on the other side. Siguro magandang mapakinggan din natin yung perspective ng someone who had the benefits of experiencing both sides. Ika nga, who had the best of both worlds.
Tama ka, Jay, because next week we will have the chance to hear from someone who has spent more than 25 years in the business and has had that wonderful opportunity to experience the best of both worlds, no? As agency person and as head office management. Next week, we will have AIA Philippines former Chief Agency Officer and now District Manager, Mr. Eric Nicdao, to share with us his experience and lessons while wearing both hats and how these are helping him bring his district to the next level of success.
Naku, excited na ako sa ating magiging kwentuhan with Eric. I'm sure marami tong tawanan, Boss IB. No? So, if you want to be part of our tawanan moments next week, Nina, we're also inviting you. Sana maka-join ka at iyong mga agency leaders sa aming kwentuhan with Mr. Eric Nicdao. So please do join us again next week. That's for February 10, Thursday, 8 p.m. here in Leaders in Action.
Real leaders.
Real stories.
Real talk. Thank you, everybody. Thanks, Nina. Bye.
Bye. Thank you.
Take care. Happy
Thanks.
Chinese New Year
Bye-bye.
again.
Bye-bye.
Bye, everybody.